Hey, it's a hell of a time to start this new channel. The coronavirus. We're all self-quarantined up in our homes, and things are looking a little bad. Okay, so I wanted to do this kind of thing from a Christian's perspective, I guess. Okay, so we have the coronavirus, right? This virus that's going around, and it's pretty much ruined a lot of people's lives right now. Churches are closing. You're going into worship on Sundays. You can't do that anymore. You can't get food. Can't get toilet paper. So, what do you do as a Christian in these situations? For one, you keep your faith in God. Number two, you trust Jesus. And number three, you pray. I'm not saying that prayer should at all be used as a crutch or something that you can ignore everything, right? Jesus taught us common sense. That would be like going up to a tiger, even though you prayed about it, it's probably going to take a big chunk out of you. No. Same thing with this disease. It deserves respect. You don't walk around as if you don't have any chance of getting it. We can pray. We can have a better chance of not getting it. We can even pray for the sickness to be removed. However, there is times when there is sickness and there is death and there is other consequences from sickness. We don't get a free pass just because we're Christians. Now, if this is divine, then yeah, we would be. I mean, if it's a plague sent by God, we have complete protection. But protection from a normal sickness? No. Not always. Now, you can have some people that will say you don't have faith if you don't go to church because our church is still open and you just need to have faith. Well, that's not quite right. We tend to focus on faith too much because God gave us common sense for a reason. There is sickness. He's going to forgive us for not going to church or whatever, right? Now, you might be asking, well, what do I do with my kids? You know, I have kids and we're not going to church, but I still want my kids to be shepherd. Well, you can talk to them about the Bible at home. You know, you crack it open to read it. Read a verse, you know, read a chapter to your family on Sunday or whenever you worship. It could be every day. You know, have a time when you just read the Bible together. It can be a really good time for the family. So what should you be doing, I guess, would be the next thing. You should probably self-quarantine. You should limit your exposure to people. You should limit your family's exposure to people. Go to work. You know, if your job is still going on, you should go to work. Go to work. Do your best, as always. Work for the kingdom of God. You know, whatever your job is. You know, you could be mopping floors. You have a great job. Everyone's needed, especially at this point. You know, we all need to pull together, and we all need to come together, not just as Americans, but as citizens of the world. Because it's not just our country that's affected, that's the entire world that's affected right now. And as Christians, our job is to serve. You know, we are ambassadors of Jesus Christ. You take it very seriously. So help people that need help. If you have extra something, give it to somebody that needs it. You know, it could be anything. I mean, right now there's a run on toilet paper. So if you have a few extra rolls, give it to your neighbors. You know, help out when somebody needs it. If you look on Facebook and you see somebody needs something, give it to them. These things can benefit all of us because we all get better together. So yeah, that's what you can do in your immediate area. If somebody needs food, give them food. In your immediate area, you can do these things. As Christians, we also need to keep in mind that we are going to be watched for our faith. And there are going to be some people out there that will charge you with not being faithful to God if you do some of these things, these precautions. You can pray, and prayer is helpful. Trust me. It is God's long-range weapon. I had a stroke a couple of months ago, and you wouldn't be able to guess. I actually had an aneurysm too. So I had a bunch of things wrong with me. And I'm fine now. And now, at the time, I wasn't. I could not talk, and I could not use my right arm at all. And my left arm was somewhat messed up. But I can talk fine now, and I can move around and use my arms, and I'm all happy. So prayer is effective. It is. And by the way, I shouldn't have recovered like this. They weren't even sure I would be able to use my arm when I was in the hospital. So, you know. Anyways, that's beside the point. the point being is there are going to be people that will charge you with, hey, prayer doesn't work. And that's fine. Let them. They're not Christians. They don't know better. Don't get angry with somebody because they're not a Christian. They don't understand, and that's perfectly fine. Now granted, we don't want them to end up like that, and we don't want them to misunderstand us, but that was my mom. She just called me. Anyways, yeah. Don't get angry with people because they don't understand that you're a Christian and you think the way you do. There will be people that will be upset with you for praying for them. Pray for them anyways. If they're upset about it, don't tell them. Just secretly pray for them. We want them to have a good time too and recover and be healthy. Pray for everyone. If you can supply any need, do that. Well, stay out of public, obviously. But we're going to make it through this, and we're going to make it through this. Now, the markets are crashing, as you can tell. I would suggest buying gold and silver to keep you safe and protected. If you can afford it, do it. It's really a good idea right now. But if you can't, you can't. Other than that, stay faithful. God has said these times will come, and God has said these times will go also. This is kind of a hard thing to take, but God doesn't always provide. He doesn't always heal. He doesn't always... How can I put this? There's a time when we're meant to pass away. This may happen to some of us. This may happen to a lot of us during this time, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's hurtful. It's painful, yes. But if you're right with God and you're right with Jesus Christ, you're going to be fine. Get right with Jesus and get right with God. And that's the best things I can say right now. You can work against the coronavirus, COVID-19, Kung Flu, whatever you want to call it, but it is always important to remember that you are a Christian and that you have a role to play in God's kingdom and to partake in that to your best ability. So go now without fear and be at ease. God is in control. He will see you through this, no matter what happens in the ultimate end. Well, this has been Jayce Ran, and I hope you enjoyed this little thing I did. All right, talk to you guys later. I love you. See ya.